So if you're trying to run ads for your solar company or for a solar company and you need to get leads, especially exclusive leads, this video is going to help you run your own ads so that you can improve your results if you're already running ads, or you'll figure out how to actually run them from the get-go. And really these theories are going to help you in any niche that you're in. This is sort of the best practices for lead generation that I've found personally, and it's what has worked for me. And so this video is going to break through how we went from over a $100 cost per lead to like a $20 cost per lead, just in a matter of a month of testing. So as you can see, this is the campaign here. We got 22 leads in the last month for 111 per lead. So this is definitely quite high. Just for reference, in the solar industry, usually people hope for leads at around $50 each, depending on quality, obviously, but $50 is usually most people's target, and most people are happy to pay around that, especially if the lead quality is good and it's exclusive to that company. So yeah, that's quite high, quite far above that target. And you'll see here that in the last 14 days, that has gone down to $20 per lead. We've got 78 leads coming in. And if we go last 7 days, $15 per lead, 73 leads. So actually most of these leads coming in have just been in the last 7 days. And so, yeah, we've basically used our strategy to bring the cost per lead down so significantly that even without increasing the budget, we would have almost 10x the amount of leads that we were getting. And this is all due to two simple changes that we made, which I'm going to go through in this video. So the first thing that you need to understand is that we are doing a lot of testing when it comes to this. So each ad set here that you can see is a different creative concept that we're testing with this client. So this means that basically every one of these concepts represents a bundle of videos separated by marketing topic and usually filming location as well. And some of these ads are advertising different products because this solar company does offer different things like battery, just solar, other sort of unique offers as well that we're testing, which I can't go into. But basically, you can see that all of these ad sets here, if you were thinking that these are just, one ad, obviously it's not as much, but each of these is many ads combined at the ad set level. So you really need to be upping your ad creation and your ad testing if you want to be able to compete with advertisers that are doing a lot of testing, because as you can see, we're launching so many ads that even if one of them doesn't get much spend, there is going to be other ads that are running that are completely different that now have an opportunity to get spend. And if you're just running, say, like 1 or 2 new ads a week, you're going to get outcompeted by people that are burning through ads a lot faster. And so it's very important, though, that when you are testing, is that each of these ad set tests are different creatives. So these like ad sets at the bottom here, they haven't got any spend because they've been turned off. But you can see here that one ad set's got 70 leads and one has got 3, and then the rest of them have got relatively low spend, haven't really been given much spend at all. But if we had never tested this ad set here or this ad concept, we would never have gotten these 70 leads because we wouldn't have tested it or found this particular angle that works. And so what most campaigns are going to look like is this. You're going to have most of your results coming from just one ad set, and then maybe a few other ad sets are going to pick up some leads. But what that means is that you really are going to have all your eggs in one basket. And if you don't test enough different creatives, the likelihood that you find that huge winner that is going to take up the most of your spend, which is what this one is for us. It's got 982 out of the $1,100 that we've spent. You're not ever going to be able to compete with people who are testing a lot. So that's the first thing. You need to be upping your testing volume and make sure that the tests are actually different from each other ad that you're testing. So if you're just testing iterations of the same ad, you're just changing the text, changing the background, changing the hook, these aren't real, genuine new tests. Yes, you can do that if you're low on content or your client is slow to get content back to you, but really it's a lazy test if you're just doing iterations over and over again, and you're really only going to get marginal improvements to the ads if you're just testing a slight difference. Because if you make an ad with a new hook, maybe the hook is a lot better, but you've only changed 10% of the video. So 10% improvement on that ad might bring your cost per lead, or in our case, it might have reduced our cost per lead from 110 to 100. But with an entirely new concept, you could really go from a cost per lead of 110 down to 20 or 15 because it's a completely different ad. So it breaks the rules sort of what you're expecting from your account currently because you're testing something that's completely different. So yeah, each of these ad sets, like I said, it contains multiple ads. So this probably represents from 11 ad sets, I would say somewhere in the realm of 50 unique ads. And then they're roughly grouped by creative concept. So it took us at least 50 unique concepts and ideas to get to the point where we're able to find something that actually spends a lot. And the second change we made rather, I can't exactly show you, but what it ended up being was just a landing page change. So if you're running a landing page at the moment, it could be the case that your landing page design is either difficult to use or it doesn't work for some reason, even though it might work for other clients. So this is one thing that I recently discovered. We were basically running a landing page in a different area. And we copied that exact same landing page for this account and started running it, and the landing page was not really converting. And we were like, what's going on? We're running the exact same style of creative, we're running the exact same landing page, and it's not working. And it turns out that we don't actually really know what the problem with that landing page is because it's still working on our other client account, but for some reason it didn't work on this one. So one thing that I would strongly recommend is, even if you feel like you've gotten a proven landing page and you've quote unquote, crack the code for your particular area or sub niche, you do need to test out different landing pages, especially in cases where clients are not getting optimal results, because it could be the case that it is actually your landing page that's affecting how many people you're getting to convert. And a lot of that is going to do with which creatives work. So as an example, if you have one particular ad creative that's getting a lot of spend and that ad creative talks about a particular issue, so this could be the saving money side of solar, you really want your landing page to talk about what is being spoken about in the ad, which means the headline should be something about saving money. If you're running an ad in solar or your most spending ad is about saving the environment and being sustainable, you probably want your landing page to be about sustainability and improving, the health of the planet and being environmentally friendly, because you want your landing page to be consistent with what is actually being talked about in the ad. So this can be difficult if you don't have such a, top heavy ad creative where you're getting all of your leads coming from one ad type. But if you do have that, you want to have congruency with the landing page and the ad so that you're actually making people feel like they're in the right place when they land on your page. So it can be a big problem, for example, if you're running the same landing page for every client, but different ads or different angles are performing in those different areas. Because if you're, say, having ads that do not correspond with your landing page, when people land on that landing page, it's very often that they might think that they're being redirected to the wrong page, or that it's some sort of scam and this isn't really what they clicked on. So you really don't want that to happen. And ever since we made the change for this particular client, we have seen way better results and way more congruency and a much higher conversion rate, which obviously brings your cost per lead down. So yeah, this is a bit of a yap session of just me talking about this one particular client. But like I said, I think this is applicable for pretty much every lead generation account. If you implement these two things, I think you will see an improvement of results. But yeah, just to summarize, you need to be testing lots of unique ad variations rather than just testing iterations over and over again if you want to have big improvements in your cost per lead as opposed to just marginal improvements. And then the second thing is figuring out which ads are getting the most spend and where most of your traffic is coming from, and making sure that your landing page design and copy corresponds with the sort of thing that they're seeing in the ads, so that when they land on the landing page, they're much more likely to convert because they know that they've clicked on the right thing and this is exactly what they clicked on. So yeah. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, I'd appreciate it if you gave me a subscribe and like the video. And you can follow me on Instagram if you want to DM me on there and ask me anything directly. But thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something.